it's me. Today's Tuesday, it's the 6th of October, and tomorrow is revision day. So tomorrow afternoon at 4, I will be going to see Dr Feledy and getting the revision done on both hips. Now, I got a call today from his assistant, and she asked me basically to confirm that I was coming in tomorrow, and I have to do my nails because I've been putting so many coats of stuff. Anyway, she asked me if everything was okay for tomorrow, and I said yes. And then she said, and so I said, do I have to do anything in preparation? I've never had a revision done before. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? And she said, well, take your antibiotics twice a day. And I said, what antibiotics? And she said, oh, didn't we give you any? And I said, no. She said, okay, we'll call some in. This was this morning about 9:30. And so she said, okay, I'll call some in. So anyway, so she said, take one at lunchtime, then one in the evening. That way you're spaced out, and you're supposed to take 2 a day. So Billy hadn't left for school yet, so I asked him to pick it up on the way home from school, which would have been around 1:45. And he comes back and he says, I went to the pharmacy and they said there was nothing. So I said, oh, okay. So I phoned up the doctor's office, and she was talking, the assistant was, the receptionist was talking to Donna, the assistant, and she said, oh yeah, she called in this morning, she does this all the time. She hadn't, because I phoned up CVS, they gave me the number, and I phoned them up and I said, did you receive a call from Dr. Feledy's office? And she said, no. And she says, oh, hold on, I'm talking to the pharmacist and he's just now received a call. And so I said, oh, okay. So she said, blah, 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 long story short. Billy went an hour later and picked it up. So I've taken my first dose. I was a bit concerned, I have to admit, this morning, because I was looking at something on YouTube about revisions. If you can hear any noise in the background, it's the air conditioning unit in the room. We don't have it on in the house, but this room seems to be very hot because it's over the garage. Anyway, so I was looking at revisions, and I was a bit concerned because I have to have both hips done. And from what I can understand, it looks like most plastic surgeons charge for the operating room, the anaesthetist, and sundries if you have to have a revision, and it's all in the small print. They just don't charge for their own work, which means that most people, if they have to actually be put to sleep, will have at least $1,000 to pay for a revision. I watched a video this morning of a lady who had to have a whole bunch of stuff done because her plastic surgeon hadn't liposuctioned one side as much as the other, or sculpted, or whatever. Thing is, I didn't have liposuction, so I shouldn't have had one side different from the other anyway. So I also don't understand why a patient has to pay for the mistakes of the surgeon, to be honest. I don't understand it. It should be all part of the process, the procedure, the actual tummy tuck. Why should you have to? Anyway, the lady that I was watching this morning hadn't had the, one of them hadn't had the muscle tightening, and another one I watched had, and her tummy tuck, after she'd also been put to sleep to get the revision, she was very pleased with. She reckoned, she was 27 though, and she reckoned that she'd been swollen for so many months. Her revision was at 6 months. She'd been swollen for so many months she had to have inches of skin cut off, like top to bottom, not just the side to side, it was top to bottom as well. Anyway, I'm going to have several inches side to side, and I don't know how many inches up and down on this side, but this side should be quite small. But anyway, it's tomorrow. I've started taking the antibiotics. I've got to take them for 10 days. I was concerned about bacteria because it's going to be in office, and I'm going to be on a freaking, as far as I can tell, on that chair that I'm normally on with paper on it. So I was concerned about bacteria and stuff like that. So at least that's, hopefully the antibiotics should work. I don't take antibiotics normally. The only other time I've taken them was after the actual surgery and the day before. She's going to give me pain medication, but I think I think it might be in the bathroom. I still have the ones from last time, the Oxy something or other, because I didn't use them. So, and I've also got the Valium from last time, which I also didn't take because I've never taken it before and I was scared to take it. So that's the update. It's tomorrow. If I'm shaking, it's because my leg is like jumping up and down. I'm going to show you the before one last time. Oh, by the way, this top, I just got it the other day. I love it. Love it. It's from Patty Boutique on Amazon. It's a small. It's a medium. A medium in the top half of theirs. I love their stuff. It's affordable, and if a busty woman can wear a medium, I think. I mean, it's. I love these tops. I have some in small that aren't so something in this brand, but anyway, I like it. But okay, I'll show you the. These used to be Holly's shorts. I think they're 7s. Can I do this without? Oh, let's put the hair out of the way. Okay. No, maybe not. Okay, let's do this subtly without showing any thing. All right. So this is the bad side that I showed last week. I know it looks like it's worse than it is, but that's actually the scar. But as you can tell from the side, this is my hip, the bone, and this is how much it hangs over. This, it sort of does it from about here and all the way down. And as you can see here, there's also dog ear, like little stretchy bits there. So that's the one side that I usually can cover with that. And then the other side, it's not as bad, but there is a slight dog ear and overhang, so he's only going to take a little tiny bit off that side. On there. Don't know if you can really see it, but I can see it, and I paid a lot of money for it, so I want it to be done perfectly. And as far as the rest of it's concerned, it looks, the front looks fine. I mean, I know it looks purple, but it's flat. It's a little bit of puffiness there still. I'm going to, I was reading, some of the women were saying that for the swelling still to take turmeric supplements, so I just ordered some that should be here by Thursday. Hopefully that'll help. I might also take, where did I put them? I had some arnica supplements somewhere. I think I might have put them over there. That's for internal healing. I don't remember where I put them. Anyway, I will take those for a few days as well. I'm not sure if I've got to take, no, because this is like external, superficial cutting, I think. So I'm not sure if I have to take aspirin, baby aspirin. I don't think so. She didn't say that. So that should be it. After tomorrow, he said to hold back on working out, but I'm not sure if how long or how I'm going to feel. I don't want it to like interrupt with the whole weight loss thing that I'm doing at the moment, interfere with that. I did my hair this weekend on Sunday. I did the roots. I actually did it all. And then yesterday, actually I did it yesterday. Today's Tuesday, isn't it? Yes, it is. I did my hair yesterday, Monday. I did Holly's on Sunday. And then yesterday, after I'd washed it, I did the scissors when it was wet and ran it all down, ran it down. So I was cutting layers into it. And then this morning it looked awful and it smelt of dye. Still smells of dye. But I'm going to wash it tomorrow again because I was actually going to wash it today, but I thought, I can't be asked. So I just straightened it because it looked awful. When it was like wavy, it looked awful. So I'll do it. I'll wash it tomorrow. The fringe isn't looking that great either. But anyway, the hair, I mean, outside it looks really red because I did it all instead of just the roots. And then I straightened it with my reliable old Numi. Oh, I'm a little bit cheesed off. I don't know if you can see, but that part of the Numi metal bit, oh, you can see there, it's wearing out, and I've not had it for very long. And for an expensive, on both sides, on this, not the side with the buttons, but the other side with this ridge in it, it's kind of wearing off. The colour, I mean, it's not going to affect the way it works, it's just the colour is coming off. I'm not sure why, so I'm not all that impressed with it. Had I paid full price for it, I would not be a happy camper for it, but it was, can't remember how much I paid for that one. Anyway, so that's it. I will do an update after I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow, but I'll probably do one on Thursday or Friday, letting you know. There's a couple of other things that I wanted to talk about, and I think the notes are inside my laptop and the camera's on top of my laptop, so I can't do it right now. I'm going to do my workout. I've already started the dinner for tonight. I'm making enough to last a couple of days. Lots of spaghetti with a non-meat, but it's not vegetarian, it's non-meat though. I've got eggs, boiled eggs going in it, tomatoes, olives. That's about it, and pasta, spaghetti, and the tomato stuff. I made this thing yesterday, it was horrendous. I normally use this nasty, like, Parmesan that comes in a tub, and Wade had bought Parmesan that was freshly grated, and it was in a bag. And I was making something to stick in the oven because I was doing all my workouts yesterday, and I had weights as well, and I was doing this and that, and I've had a headache for 3 days, and so I put it in the oven, all mixed up with other stuff, and the house started to smell really bad, like really bad feet. And so took it out. I didn't even try it. So most of the time, you know how they say, oh, chef should always taste their food, blah blah, make sure it's salted and all that, seasoned. And I didn't taste it. So afterwards I went downstairs and I said, because I worked out really late and I was feeling really weird yesterday, and I had to eat in the middle of my treadmilling, because I decided to wash the stuff out my hair and then eat because I was really feeling weird. And then after I went and finished my workout, and then I went up into the kitchen and I said, how was dinner? And everybody was like, I said, oh, you can be honest, I was experimenting with what was dinner like. And Holly said, the chicken was alright, but the sauce had a weird flavour. And I said, oh yeah, what was it like? And she said, I don't know, it was just weird. And I said, oh. So anyway, there'd been some leftovers. There was only 4 chicken breasts. One of them was really tiny as well, so I think Oliver obviously got that. But anyway, somebody had left some. And so I opened the tub it was in, and I took a little bit out, I put it on my tongue, and my senses were overwhelmed with this awful taste and smell. It went right in my nose, and I have to admit, I had to spit it out because it was disgusting. And all I could taste was the smell of really ripe Parmesan. And it was awful. It was just awful. And so I asked today if anybody was having that left over, and Billy's like, no, because he doesn't like spaghetti, doesn't like stuff with tomato, but he does like pizza. So I don't get that. And so I said, you're going to have he said, I'll have the leftover lasagna. Oh, he's having problems, and so we've bought chewable Lactaid pills, because it seems that his body's not used to all that cheese, and he's been having problems with lasagna since we hadn't had it, or they hadn't had lasagna for about a year, and then they had it twice last week because I made 2 batches on 2 separate occasions, but I had different types of cheeses in both. He had problems with his stomach last week, and so he said, I'm not eating lasagna again. So we went and got Lactaid pills, and he's going to try it with the leftover that I made for the one I made on Saturday or something. Friday. So he's going to try it with that and see if that works. If it works, then he won't have a problem with it. Anyway, I have to really do my nails. I have to do my freaking working out, then I have to do my nails. Yes, so he's going to try that. But anyway, he didn't want the chicken that I made yesterday that was left over with his lasagna. So that's how much everybody liked that chicken that I made yesterday. Wayne and I went out on our anniversary dinner on Saturday, and I have to say this, I am never going back to Outback again. If it's at all possible, I mean, last year I wrote to their head office, and I don't know why we went back. Oh, I know why we went back. It was the Hurricane Joaquin thing, residue was hitting all over, and it was really, it had been raining for days. It was freezing cold. It was really cold this morning, actually. It was like 40 some odd Fahrenheit, something like 4 or 5 or 6 degrees this morning Celsius. But anyway, Saturday it had been raining for days. I didn't want to drive a long way. It was pouring down. And so we went locally. And the last time we went was a year ago. And I'd written to their head office and they never wrote back or anything. This time we went and I had salmon, the 7-ounce salmon, grilled. And I really didn't know it was possible to ruin salmon, fresh salmon. But they made it so ungood. I mean, Wade's porterhouse was fine. But since we're both on diets, it's probably the cheapest we've ever eaten out. But my salmon was overdone to the point where I've cooked salmon twice in the last couple of weeks and then again, it's like with everything, it seems. We have chicken most days, or they have chicken most days. I usually have fish. And then he bought salmon. He'd seen salmon at one of the grocery stores, so he bought that. And then Billy and I were like, "Oh, so good! I made it so nicely." And I said, "Get some more." So he got some more. I made it again. I thought I can't eat salmon again, so I ate salmon on Saturday. And after having made it myself twice, it's so lovely when it's not overcooked and it's nice and lovely and soft and slightly pink in the middle, and it's lovely. It was white, the stuff that I had on Saturday. It was so overcooked. Anyway, no, I didn't want to send it back. But the Virgin Pina Colada was good. Anyway, so wish me luck for tomorrow. If any comments below, subscribe, thumbs up the video, blah, 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 blah. And I will do an update whenever I feel like it. Holly's already been informed that she will probably be putting Oliver on the bus on Thursday at least, just in case I'm in pain, just in case I haven't been able to sleep because I won't be able to sleep on my sides again, which really annoyed me last time because I'm a side sleeper. To be honest, I still get pain in my sides because they're not numb. Unlike the front, the sides are not numb. So I will hopefully be able to sleep after tomorrow, but if I'm not able to, Holly is going to put Oliver on the bus on Thursday, maybe even Friday. Wade's taking me in tomorrow. So I'll talk to you soon. Wish me luck. Hopefully I won't die. Bye.